This is the last thing I ever would have imagined happening in my life, in my career. To be nominated and to win in this category, I don't know. So I think I'm from now on just going to do musicals. The hell with it.
It's apparently working.
Yeah, what was I wasting my time doing all those plays for? It's crazy. I have so many, so many broad shoulders over the years that I've been fortunate enough to stand on. Starting with my own father and my own siblings and my teachers and my fellow actors. I mean, I don't know. It's just unfathomable to me.
The Tony-winning cast of the band. Oh my God. Thank you. Right here. Beautiful. Incredible.
It's still so strange, and I'm still processing what's just happened. I'm mostly really excited that the show has been received so well, and we were all like, what's happening right now? So I think we're all just kind of stunned and like have stupid words to come out because like it's baffling. We're baffled and very, very happy. So this is what's happening.
It's such a great role, and the show is, I'm so proud to be a part of Carousel, the diversity in our show, the message it talks about, and this amazing team. I feel honored to be a part of it every day, so to be recognized beyond that is like, it's just crazy. I feel like I don't deserve it. It's too much.
It's just crazy that you have no choice of what role you get. I was at the final callback for so many things that I didn't get, and the one role that I did get is having a social impact. So I think, I don't know, this is just a testament to trust and resilience, and I don't know, may this just be a beacon of hope for other kids who maybe felt like it wasn't possible before that.
Angels in America is a play that changed my life. I think it's a play that changed all of our lives. And I mean all of ours, like every person in the theater, every gay and lesbian person, every person that is a human that has seen Angels in America is changed by it. And to be part of its legacy, to be part of its adventure as it marches through time is it's very special. And this is that.
It is indeed that. So that's amazing for the world to say that we think this is, worthy of an award. It's incredibly moving and gorgeous, and I'm over the moon.
Surrounded by glitz and glamour.
and got the whole of Radio City Music on to sing Happy Birthday to my boyfriend. Oh. Yeah, I did.
I'm just truly giddy and thrilled to be a part of this. I'm living my best Jeffrey Cordova life, who is the Jack Buchanan character from the film The Bandwagon, except I learned from Jeffrey Cordova's mistakes and did not make the same mistakes he made when directing a Broadway musical.
I think that in dark times, as Bertolt Brecht said, there will be singing about the dark times, and I think that people are getting. I also think, in a play that's this long, it's true of Harry Potter too, when you sit with an audience for a whole day, theater's power to create instant communities is like tripled and doubled or tripled.
Oh, it's everything, that we're a bunch of Brits that did a play over in London that most people expected to laugh at, most people expected to fail, and we did okay over there, and then we came here and just the fear just returned in droves about it all, and the fact that you guys have given us this, it means a huge amount.
musical theater adaptation, and this show in particular, is such a none of us quite understand how we made the thing we made. You know, we all feel like we did our best and created this thing that operates in a mysterious way that we couldn't repeat if we wanted to. So I just feel lucky more than anything, like grateful to have gotten on the right bus, basically. But that's a reference to the show, accidentally.
The Tony Award.
Well, in this case, will I remember to thank everybody? Terror, excitement, and I better get up there and get my speech started because they told me I only have 90 seconds. Yeah, they tell you have 90 seconds from the moment they call your name.
This
I mean,
year, the show.
the SpongeBob is for me, it was such a kind of celebration of light in a sort of, you know, everybody kind of euphemizes about a kind of politically dark world, but it's a I'm having a rough time with the world, and I think we made a really beautiful spot of light in that world, and that's a joy. It's a privilege and a joy to get to do that.
Well, this play is very unlike any play I've ever worked on, score that I've ever worked on, and we worked very hard to make something very different, and it means a giant amount because it means that people appreciate that.
To me, it means that my colleagues in the community have sort of honored me with recognizing the collaboration of the work that I did with the director and my fellow designers and the cast and the actors, and that the piece itself is so fantastic.
It's obviously this big name, you know, story that has a lot of kind of a franchise in some ways. But what we're very proud of as a piece of theatre is that it is a real piece of theatre, and that the way it was created and the process that it was created by was through real collaboration.
I mean, this show is very special for all of us involved, for the audiences that see it. And to have it recognized, the lighting recognized, and it sounds so far recognized in three or four other categories. I hope the night continues that way. It's just a validation that a piece of musical theater that is as quiet and sensitive as the band's visit actually has strength on Broadway.
Oh, well, I mean, the Tony Awards full stop are the most extraordinary. They're the most important accolade in the entirety of theatre. We've got the Oliviers in London and the Tonys on Broadway, and I grew up with my dad watching musicals on Saturday afternoon, which were all about, you know, the Broadway theatre, and this is kind of amazing to get one yourself. It's wonderful.
You know, doing Harry Potter on Broadway, it's been an amazing experience, bringing this show, having had such an amazing time making it in London, and getting it to share with the Broadway community who've been so welcoming to us. And it's a really exciting, you know, we're really excited by, you know, the critical response, the audience response, and now the Tony response. You know, it's been amazing.
When you produce something that's called Harry Potter, the expectation is that you're going to be potentially doing like a theme park show, maybe something that doesn't have necessarily emotional integrity, a story that can connect with generations, and we strove very, very hard to treat this like a new play, like I was producing this at the Royal Court Theatre in London or the National Theatre in London, where you know, writer is king, and we protected the artists, we protected the creative team all the way through the process. We couldn't let the noise of the millions out there who were waiting for us to fail, maybe, succeed, but you know, there was a huge sense that if we failed, it would be an almighty upset. And so we couldn't actually take that on board during the process. And so we just worked, dug deep, made sure that the story was as strong as it could possibly be. And then, of course, a creative team who came along for the whole journey, right from the beginning, who were in the DNA of the play, so that every magic trick, every illusion you see in the production was created as the play was created, so it all came as one. And so I think, you know, winning the Tony for something that is so ambitious, so mega, has such a huge fan base, and is taken seriously as a quality piece of work means obviously a huge amount.
This year, this show.
I tell you what it is. You know, we set out to make sure this was a real play, and we didn't want it to be. We didn't want it just to be Harry Potter on stage. We wanted it to be a real play. It's a play about friendship, and it's a play about fathers and sons. And we wanted the play to work on its own terms, even if it hadn't have been about Harry. The fact that it worked that way, as well as it being Harry and we're having all the magic and the illusions, is a sort of triple whammy. So, but the great thing is it's a real play, and to have a real play of this scale, both in the West End and Broadway, is very unusual.
Well, many congratulations.
Well, this was, you know, there are these two classic beloved musicals, you know, Carousel, My Fair Lady, and then Once in the South. And this category was a very tightly contested race. And what I love about it, this show is so beautiful. It's the first show I ever saw when I moved to New York in 1991. And it's a new American classic. And I think that's what the voters said, that this deserves to be up there right against some of the best in our industry.
Great. For you as well?
I think that, you know, our group of creatives literally took something that we all love so much and redesigned it from the ground up. I mean, the level of risk-taking inherent in this production, from doing it in the round, covering the ground with sand, there's goats, there's chickens, you heard it, I mean, it's insane. And when you take those risks, and then they actually pay off, because they don't always. Sometimes you have to take those risks and stumble. It's such an incredible, exciting, exhilarating experience.
Well, I think for La Mama, I mean, it is about us having more visibility around the work that we do and the artists that we present, and it's about us looking into the future. I mean, we're going to be 57 years old next year, and so as we're looking beyond and where we're going from here, I feel like this is all about the support and the energy coming towards La Mama and us being able to go into the future with that energy.